Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Daniel Cho, and welcome to join. Welcome join me on this show. Today, I have a very special guest. Okay, it's one of my top students, and right now he is a well-known coach in the affiliate marketing space, and his name is Matt. The purpose for me to bring him on the show is because I was inspired by his story. Okay, his journey, so I'm gonna have him share his story with you guys, and more importantly, that he is one of the people I've seen that can quickly grow his Facebook group that fast. So hopefully that Matt and I can drop a lot of value bomb to you guys today. And if you have any questions, please drop your questions in the comment section down below. And let's get started. Let me bring him on the show.
Yeah.
Matt,
What's
how are
up?
you?
What's up, Daniel? How are you doing, my man?
Good, 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 good.
Can
So
you hear me good?
yeah, everything's good. So tell us a little bit about your story. I mean, I was very intrigued by your story when we first in contact, and I think there are a lot of audience out there can learn one thing or two
Yeah, yeah.
from your past journey. So share with us about your story.
Yeah. I'm 35, just turned 35. I'm engaged and I got a little 3-year-old. And I share this as a part of my story because a lot of what I've learned through it applies to my business today. But after college and stuff, when I was working for years, I just struggled with addiction real bad. So 2015, I got sober. And when I got sober, that was a struggle in itself. Like years of me trying, thinking I could do it on my own, I guess, in a roundabout way. And in 2000, or I'm sorry, so right after I got sober, I started working at the treatment facility where I got sober. I actually still work there today. Full time, I do business development, kind of community relations stuff. But due to a situation, beginning of 2019, I lost my job. And so I knew, I'd just like anyone else, I'd seen people online about making money online, affiliate marketing and all that. And so that's kind of where I got my feet wet in affiliate marketing 2019. But just me being the stubborn dude that I am, I wanted to figure it out on my own. I was some special guy or something. So I did what most people do. I spent months going from YouTube to YouTube, um, just trying to like piece it all together myself and kind of self-taught, like ClickFunnels, email responders, domains, had to figure all that out. And I kind of put a pause on it in 2020 just because of everything, my fiance moving in, starting back working again, our house that we did some work to. But I did make some money. Not what I wanted, but I saw the potential there. I'd also tried like drop shipping, options trading. I dabbled in it all, shiny object syndrome, whatever you want to call it. But when I decided I wanted to get back into it this year, that's when I knew I wanted to just go all in with it, and knew that, again, similar to how I got sober, I needed to find somebody is where I wanted to be and let them show me and teach me, what they did, how they got there, which is ultimately why I joined Jonathan's program and then, started chatting and working with you. And then since then, I've kind of doubled down and joined some other courses and masterminds and things like that. And so today I'm trying to teach other people the same things that I've learned so they don't have to make the same mistakes I did and spend 6 months, trying to figure out how to set up your domain and responder and funnels and all these things, when if I would have just made that leap and, joined a community and had a mentor and coach and support, that was something that could have been, set up much quicker than what it ultimately took me, which again, time is money. And so there were probably 5 months there where I was just trying to set stuff up where I could have been actively, cranking out content, like building my following, building up my leads and helping people and see some commissions come in. But a lot of time was wasted in, live and learn. So that's kind of where I'm at with it today. I am working with a couple of people right now, one-on-one, as well as still doing my own affiliate marketing. But I really currently am enjoying the one-on-one, being able to, see some of these people progress and take action. It's really cool to see them and being able to give some advice or suggestions, either from something that I did and completely fell on my face and failed, or something that I did that worked for me that I'm trying to show them.
Right. I mean, we're gonna share your framework with our viewers today. Like I said before, I mean, you are one of those guys I've seen that can quickly grow your Facebook group. I mean, within a couple weeks, you have hundreds of members inside your Facebook group. So I
Yeah, I think
want
I'm
you to
like,
share your framework with us. But before we do that, let me just ask you a quick question.
yeah,
So, since you have been you have been doing affiliate marketing back in 2019, and I have watched your journey very closely.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
the difference between now and then, and what's the difference after you decide to go all in and start working with multiple different
Oh
mentors?
man. Um, Phew. I mean, there's a couple things. um, but the first one is treating it like a business and not a side hustle.
Hmm.
Because I don't want it to be a side hustle. I want to be able to, beginning of the year, leave my full time job and do this. And I'm close. I'm getting close to it. So treating it like a business, the consistency with it, and understanding it's not a get rich quick at all. And then a big one was when I did it in 2019. Jonathan shows it in one of his training videos, where like what not to do in affiliate marketing, and then like how to do it properly with the ecosystem. I was doing like what not to do. But like my mindset was just wrong. I was focused on selling, which isn't where I've seen like my success and what I would consider my high ticket sales and the coaching and stuff. It's more me trying to help people and guide them and be support for them, and actually building relationships and having conversations with people, which is one of the main reasons when you and I started working together, why I created the Facebook group.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's how I feel I can best do that and have those conversations and properly support and help people in the Facebook group. It's kind of like my home base for my community.
Right, right. I think, I mean, I totally agree with you. Uh, and having a Facebook group, okay, is the, I mean, you should treat it as your home base of your business, because that's the community that you can really share value with your audience and to develop that a group of raving fans. Okay, so let's just dive right into it. If you guys are watching this live, drop hashtag live, and during this entire interview, if you have any questions, okay, just drop them in the comment section down below, and me and Matt will answer all of your questions. Okay, so the purpose of today's exclusive training is to give you as much clarity as possible. Okay, so you can go out there and start growing your Facebook group. So Matt, would you like to share with us your screen?
Yeah. Let me get this going here. All right, can you guys see that?
Let me see. Let me bring it up. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So I put some slides together here just to kind of guide this, and I'll go into some more detail as I'm going through these. But just the first one, the base here again, like why do you even want to create that Facebook group? And for me, the first thing that pops out in my mind and the reasoning behind it is value. Okay, so bringing value and being of value to my community or followers or people that might find me on other platforms. Okay, and this is huge because this is where you develop the trust with those leads and the people that are following you on social media and different platforms and joining into your group. That is how you have conversations and build relationships with people and show them that what you have to offer is worth something to them, which ultimately can lead into converting into a high ticket sale or a coaching or maybe some kind of other product or service that you offer. And again, a big one here is just helping them solve problems. And 2 points I added at the bottom there as well is it also helps you build your own authority as a person in the online marketing space, and also help build yourself and your brand. It's you can do that through Facebook profile and just optimizing the profile, but I personally feel it's a lot easier to do that when you're building a community and a following of people that are actively engaged, and you're going live, posting stuff in the guide sections and things like that. So for me, it came down to being able to provide value, and I had to kind of look back from where I started, and some of the hurdles that I had and where I struggled, and put myself back in those shoes of, okay, how can I really help somebody that's brand new and starting out? Maybe they don't even know what affiliate marketing is, or maybe they do, but they don't understand really the importance of building that email list, or how to properly, direct traffic to the sales page from an opt-in and a bridge page, and kind of warm them up into that sales pitch from whatever it is you're promoting. So a lot of that went into, kind of what I'm wanting to do within this Facebook group, and get people in there and engaged and helping them see results. Because for me, the coolest thing is when I see people engaging in my group and posting stuff. And again, my group's fairly new. Maybe 2 months. I'd have to check and see when I started it, but
I think 6 weeks. Yeah.
so I mean, I cannot wait until I start seeing people in there posting them closing commissions, and especially like a high ticket sale, or even, I've tried to encourage people, just post little wins, that, hey, you've made 3 consistent posts on TikTok every day for a week, or, hey, I finally hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. I mean, as just as much as I do, Daniel, doing this, there's, some just rough patches and down days and good days. And sometimes you just have to like savor in and soak in the little wins sometimes, because
Definitely. Yeah.
you're not always going to see these big commissions coming in every single day. So it comes down to the consistency, and just appreciating like the work that you're doing, even though you might not be seeing instant results from it.
Right.
So let's see here. Excuse me. So kind of as I mentioned to Daniel earlier, for me, my Facebook, my group is what I consider my home base. I have a YouTube channel now, Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok. What else? I think there's another one I'm forgetting, but every one of those, I try to redirect everybody to my Facebook group. So that is what I call like my home base station. And I just started doing it, I think, beginning of October, really setting a set time for my Facebook lives, which is every Friday night, 8:45 p.m. I switched it kind of today with this one, so I'm not doing the one later. But then utilizing like the guide section. So when I started, if you guys build your groups, just keep in mind too, when you start, it's not going to be all just done up, and you might not have all this stuff in there, and that's fine, but you at least just need to start it, right? So when I started mine, my guide section was pretty bare. But as I keep doing more lives and I'm putting more stuff out on YouTube, I'm able to put that in my guide section. So somebody potentially could click in that section and get a lot hours worth of information from me on what they can do to start basically from ground zero. It's a way to get personal with the members in the group. A lot of my following is on TikTok, and I'm starting to try and build up my Instagram more and focus on that one right now. But I'm sure some of you guys know this too. TikTok, it's sometimes not the easiest to have conversations with people.
Right.
If they're not following you, you can't message them. You can't like send links in Messenger. So I switched up a lot of my stuff on there with my call to action of just trying to get people, not even to like, hey, take the 3-day challenge. I switched it to like, hey, click the link in profile, join my Facebook group. Or if somebody does reach out, I just tell them, check out the Facebook group, link in profile. Let's connect on Facebook. Because then you can, like, what I really like is you can send voice messages. And to me, that's just a lot more personal with somebody. So when somebody joins my group, I approve the members when they come in, but I try to send everybody some kind of welcome message, a voice message if I can, or just a typed up message, just welcoming them to my group. Thanks for being here. I can see their answers. That's one of the bullet points below. But when they join, I have questions of, what are you struggling with? What's your experience? What's your email? So I can send you, updates on my lives and trainings and stuff. So it gives me a little bit of background on the people. And then that I kind of use that as my welcome message, asking them where I can help with X, Y, and Z that maybe they mentioned in one of their questions. So right off the bat, it's just getting a lot more personal than on Instagram, them just liking and commenting, or TikTok, or subscribing to my YouTube. Having just a supportive community. So for me, when I see people engaging in posts, I really like that. That is something that's been huge for me this go round. When I tried doing this, 2-3 years ago, I didn't really join any Facebook groups. Again, I was trying to be like a lone ranger. Thought I was just going to figure it out on my own. And it wasn't a good decision when I had struggles, had questions, or wanted to just bounce ideas off people. I didn't really have anybody to go to, or any kind of platform and community to do that in, because I wasn't a part of anything like that. And another part of what I really like about the group is the pinned posts at the top. And I remember when I was just creating my group, I was messaging Daniel about that. I was trying to figure out how to make that work there. And so kind of what I have done is, instead of trying to promote a course or program or something through my Instagram or TikTok, I might still talk about stuff, and my call to action isn't always like, hey, join the 3-day challenge or 15-day challenge. I'm usually trying to get them in my group, because then once they're in my group, then I have a pinned post that there's like a free ClickFunnels course I have that they can log into and get access to. Then if they're interested and ready, after maybe they see some lives and we have conversations, then they can see the pin post of starting with the 3-day challenge. Some of my lives that I'll do, I'll post at the top there. And it's a great way for new members to see, I guess, like what I would consider important posts that they don't want to miss out on, or maybe my welcome video, something like that.
Right.
And then again, at the bottom one, as I mentioned, for me, it's a lot easier communication than trying to type messages through TikTok and things like that. So that is what's been huge for me with the Facebook. And I'm still working. I have plans of what I want to do with it and add more stuff in the guide section. Right now, I'm just trying to stay consistent on the lives and really be bringing value to the people within my group.
Right.
So this next one here, I just threw this in like 5 minutes before, because I just wanted to point this out too. A lot of people do this on their personal profile, and you can do that. That's fine. But one of the big things too is, as I mentioned earlier, like instead of focusing on selling, focusing on trying to help people or getting them engaged and pointed in the right direction. But a lot of times what starts that is having engaging content. And so this can translate to different platforms when you're creating TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, YouTube. But in this case, we'll just say like the Facebook group. So for me, your content is king. And I'm not going to go really in depth with this, because I have a whole video where I did a live on this in my group and a YouTube, but there's 6 different types of content that I consider when I'm creating content and videos and things like that. So like controversial, a mindset shift, or just mindset in general, like personal, lifestyle, my story. I'm pretty open about just my past and some of the stuff that got me here. How-to videos, helping people, wins and results. And again, those don't have to be monetary. They can be other kinds of wins, capturing leads, getting people on your email list. Can be anything that is a success to you. And a lot of people forget this, but if you've already started and say you've built a funnel and you have your link, or you're new to it, you are still ahead of the people that have never started. So even though you might not think that you don't know much or you don't have much to offer, I promise you do, because there are people that don't even know how affiliate marketing works or what it is. So when you post those little wins for people that are brand new, that is a big deal to them, because in their mind, they're not necessarily even worried about how do I close a high ticket sale and get $1,000 commission. They're like, how do I even get to 1,000 followers on TikTok? So you like posting those little wins and things like that can be huge as well, getting engagement. And then a big one, lead generation. So like posting a, kind of like a hook story offer post, I would say, and getting people to almost raise their hand and say, hey, I want this. And so the example I have, I think I put together a Google document kind of cheat sheet on growing your TikTok account. And I made a post and ended the post with, hey, let me comment down below TikTok if you guys want the Google document. And I send it out to them. And then from there, that can open the door to having other conversations with people. So this, I put this here the same way as you would have, let's say, your opt-in landing page in your TikTok or Instagram profile, and somebody gets there and it's, hey, put in your email, get this free ebook, right? So they put in their email to get the ebook, and then from there they are on your email sequence, right? So that's your lead magnet. And there can be different lead magnets. So in this case, I consider my Facebook group as my lead magnet, right? Like I want people to join because they know they're going to get free trainings, free videos, access to my lives every week. That is the lead magnet in itself, right? So that's why one of the questions to get in my group is put in your email. And I clearly tell them, put in your email so I can send you, emails, notifications on my lives, new trainings, videos, resources, things like that. So you got to realize people might not join or purchase something you're selling, but they're coming into the group, and that's fine, right? And after a while, when they might see some of the content you're cranking out and the lives and how engaged you are helping them, answering questions, then, when they finally reach out and say, hey, I'm ready, like how do I get started? What can I do? Then they start going up the ladder. Maybe they'll start with like the 3 or 15-day challenge. They'll start with something like that, and just let them know you're going to be a support for them and help them with questions and stuff along the way. And as they go through and they're in your group and they're engaged more and more, that increases your chances of having that conversation to be able to close a high ticket sale for them. I tell people this. I don't know the exact percentage. I know it's low. I'd say like 3% or less. And I know this from when I did a lot of the drop shipping stuff. But when somebody lands on your landing page, whether it's like a drop shipping or your affiliate link opt-in on your social media, TikTok, if they get on your landing page, the percentage of them going straight through to checkout and buying and joining right then and there is, I want to say 3% or less. So
1 to 3%, yeah, industry standard 1 to 3%, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not high.
Right.
You're going to see those sales more down the road, whether that's through email sequence, or in this case a Facebook group. And I'll still send out emails to people, but it's a lot more engaging and hands-on in the Facebook group. So it's the same way of trying to essentially get somebody to join or see the value in it or how it can help them. The way you try and do that through your email, it's kind of the same within the Facebook group. But again, it's just a lot more people are on Facebook throughout the day. If they're seeing something, they can ask questions. Other people can respond back. So it's a great way to utilize that. And essentially turn, I guess, a cold lead, somebody that might see your content out on social media, join your group, warm them up into a potential customer, or even just a fan and follower of your group and what you're doing and the content that you're bringing out to everyone within your community there.
Yeah, makes sense. I also like your concept to have your Facebook group as a free offer, as the first starting point of your value ladder, which is great.
Yeah, and I've right now I'm split testing my opt-in on my social media, and once I narrow it down, which I think I have, I may even switch it even more and just put my direct Facebook group link in my social media platform. So there's not even an option for them to opt into, a 3-day challenge or anything like that. It's just straight to my Facebook group.
Right.
I have another slide. I'll get to that.
Before we move on to the next slide, can we answer this question from Jordan? Okay. He said he has a question.
Yeah.
He didn't use Linktree or anything like that. I do your strategy and lead people into my Facebook group, but can I put a button in my opt-in page that says join my Facebook group, or is multiple buttons too much?
He'll see. I have a slide.
Okay.
So yeah, just stay on, Jordan. Here in like 2 or 3 slides, you'll see something, and I'll talk about that.
Okay, let's go.
All right. All right. So this right here, this is something I've learned throughout the past few months of something I'm a part of that I really tried to apply that I think is huge. I'm not going to go like super in depth on it, but it's just called the 7-hour rule. Most people, the first time they come in contact with your content, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Facebook group, Instagram, most of the time people, before they even decide to join, you need to be putting 7 hours worth of content in front of them. Like I'm a part of Jonathan's course. And so his affiliate Seki ecosystem is kind of the same way. The way he is sending out the emails and redirecting them to YouTube trainings, or then something within the Facebook group, and then maybe a different training on his YouTube, and then telling them about a live he's getting ready to do in the Facebook group. So what he's essentially doing and what he's teaching in the ecosystem is the same thing here. He's putting content out in front of them. And over time, the more you do it, the more content that you have available, right? It's the same as what Daniel and I were just talking about with like the 1 to 3% of people actually converting on their first visit. It's very, very slim. And so you need to be putting content out in front of them constantly. And that's kind of what it's encouraged me to be going live every week. So you got to think, if you don't have a Facebook group or a YouTube and you're trying to, let's say, put out 7 hours of content in front of somebody through TikTok, that's going to take a lot of videos of them to watch. And if you're really essentially trying to show people from like ground zero, knowing nothing, how they can start and get to the point of growing a successful online business, and then I guess like scaling or branching out into maybe their own services or digital products, that's going to be very, very hard to do that on Instagram Reels or TikTok videos when there's time limits and things like that. Yes, you can go live, but again, you can't really repurpose that, I guess. Like right now, like what we're doing with John or Daniel here, and we're doing this training, it's recording. So then we can put this out on YouTube or however we want to use it. I can add it in my guide section. So constantly being able to put content out in front of them that they can see, and again, just seeing the value in it. It was like, okay, maybe this person does know what they're talking about, or maybe they do have something that can help me get to where I want to be, or maybe their coaching is something that I think could benefit me. So constantly just cranking out the content in front of them that is accessible to them is huge. And so I just really like this slide because I never seen or heard of this before until it was introduced to me, and it changed kind of like my whole perspective on a lot of what I want to do within my Facebook group. So, Jordan, I didn't forget you. You'll see it's coming up. So again, just how have I been promoting it? Because I think there was a stretch there in like a week, I had over 100 people within a couple of days join my group. So I've just been like blasting it everywhere. Again, like you can see on my Facebook, join my group. I have the link. If you click my background image right here, it's the same. I don't have any other link for like a 3-day or 15-day challenge. It's just my Facebook group. That is where I want to get people into and start engaging with them. So again, I probably took longer than what I should have to optimize my Facebook profile. So if anyone's new to this and you are taking this serious and you want to treat it like a business, then I highly suggest optimizing your Facebook profile for that. So, and then again, on TikTok, some people will do where they strictly just straight to their Facebook group right there. Mine is not set up like that yet. But I'm probably going to try that out and see what kind of results I get with that, maybe for a week or two. And if it's better than what I've been seeing, I'll probably keep it. And following with that, I think this is the slide here, Jordan. Yeah, so here is my landing page, the one that's been having the most success for me lately. When I check the data and analytics on it, it's just a simpler landing page. This was done in ClickFunnels, so I tried to kind of emulate like the Linktree or Beacons, but I just did this in ClickFunnels. So it takes them here, quick little intro. If they want, they could click there and get my ebook and opt in and then see the bridge page and advance on to the Freedom Breakthrough stuff, or they could go straight into my Facebook group. And so again, what I've been mentioning, my call to action has been more join my Facebook group on any of my content, whether it's Instagram, TikTok. I even do it on YouTube. So this is what I was just saying. Instead of link in bio, join the challenge, or start, with the 3-day challenge or 15-day challenge, all my call to actions the past, I don't know, these last 4 weeks probably, where I've really seen my group probably go from like 50 something members close to, I think I'm like 270 right now, has all been because of this. Like all my call to actions in my videos have been join my Facebook group, or I'm going live tonight in my Facebook group. You guys don't want to miss it. Same thing with my emails. I do the exact same thing in there. Because then again, I'll mention like the free trainings and what they're going to get from my Facebook group, right? And when people see that too, their mindset is not immediately going to, he's just trying to sell me on something. It's like, no, I'm not trying to sell you. Like, I'm just come join the Facebook group, the community, see what's there, check out my lives. And soak in, some of the guide section and trainings and videos that are already there, and connect with other people. So, and once, I'm sure a lot of you guys see it too on your social media, where people will comment like, you guys are just trying to sell. You want people to come in your course. Some people kind of are stuck in that mindset. So I feel like by doing this as well, it kind of eliminates that excuse, I guess, from certain people where they don't, maybe at that point in time, they're not wanting to purchase or join anything. And that's fine. I'm not trying to right now. I'm just wanting to get them in my group, and potentially get that email as well to build on my email list. And so, as I mentioned, I do the same for email. So this is one on my sequence. If somebody opts in to my ebook and stuff like that, I think it's like email 3 or 4, they get this email, just a reminder, hey, if you haven't done so yet, join my Facebook group. And then what I ended up doing as well is my footer on all my emails right here is my YouTube channel and then my Facebook group. And then also if they want to schedule like a call or chat with me one-on-one, they can do that. So I do that on every email. I keep that footer. And I get a lot of clicks on it. When I open Get Response and see the links that are clicked, I've actually gotten a handful of my YouTube subscribers and group members through that footer there in my emails.
Wow, before you move along, okay, this training, is with a lot of value, okay. I'm learning from Matt as well. So if you guys think that you do receive value, okay, I know there are a lot of detailed stuff in here. You can go back to watch the replay, but give us a number 1 right now, okay. Let us know that you are following us and you are following Matt's training. Because personally, I think there's a lot of great value here. Okay, so give me a number 1 in the comment section down below.
Yeah.
And let's move along, Matt.
Yeah, appreciate it. So again, I just took quick screenshots today. You guys, you can do this anywhere. I switched all of it up. I'm still new to Pinterest. I don't feel like I really know what the heck I'm doing on there. Maybe I need my fiance to teach it to me, because I know she's got her whole Pinterest board for our wedding stuff. But I've just been repurposing videos, and I don't post as consistently as I should, but even just by, I think I might have 15 videos. Last month I had almost 4,000 views. But it's the same thing, I have the link there, but my instruction to them is click the link and hop in my Facebook group for support, free trainings and resources. So my call to action isn't really, hey, take the challenge. My call to action is join my group, because that way for me, it's all about any high ticket sale, or I guess big dollar commission that I've seen has all happened over me getting to know some people, having conversations, and that's happened over a course of time. And it hasn't necessarily been by selling. It's just been by having conversations, finding out where people are struggling, helping them with little things that I can, maybe giving suggestions here and there. And then the conversation kind of leads itself into what could they do to get to where they want to be. And then some of those have ended with me sending the link and we just hop on a Zoom call, and then we can really dive into it more. But I feel like it's a lot easier to do that through the Facebook group. And I didn't do a screenshot, but it's the same thing. If you go on my YouTube, the banner image at the top, my link is for my Facebook group. All my video descriptions, I have the Facebook group in there. And then what I've been doing too is I comment on my own videos and pin the comment to the top, and it's strictly subscribe and join my Facebook group. That's it. I don't put like the checkout page for any of the courses or anything I promote. It's just all about my Facebook group. So this is a big one too, that I feel is just very overlooked. And I kind of touched base on it on the last slide there. There's a difference between joining like 100 Facebook groups and just trying to bombard all these people and maybe see if somebody bites, or you might be able to close somebody. I don't like doing that. I don't do that really. I'm in probably 10 or less Facebook groups that are affiliate digital marketing related. Most of them are because they're, I guess, people I know, people that I follow, people that I feel are successful in this field, and I want to be a part of that community. I want to try and help in there where I can. And also I know that they're probably going to be able to teach me some stuff that I don't know yet either. So one of the big things that I do, and I tell people a lot that I work with to do the same, is, and it can be difficult, and a lot of, down the road, I guess you could get a VA to maybe do some of this stuff, like a virtual assistant. But when I see people follow me and I get the notification, or I see that maybe the same person seems to be liking or commenting on a lot of my content, I will send them a message if I'm able to. Again, sometimes TikTok you can't, Instagram you definitely can, but I will just send a message like, hey, thanks for the follow, or I appreciate your support. And then I might peek at their page and see what they're doing, what kind of content they have out there, and then maybe get a little more personal with it, especially if they respond back. And so this is kind of like a script template that I've used, and it's worked very well for me. And this can happen in like a 2-minute conversation. Just thanks for the follow. They'll send something back. I follow them. And then I just say like, hey, John Doe, I love what you got going on your account. I checked out your video about XYZ and I really enjoyed it. Would love to have you join my Facebook community filled with like-minded people. You fit right in. I go live every Friday. Let me know if you're interested. I'll send the link over. I don't think I've ever had anybody tell me, no, don't send the link. If anything, they'll say like, yeah, definitely send it over. I'll check it out. But sometimes it's just that simple. And for me, I don't really consider that like a cold outbound outreach, because I'm only really doing this to people that are engaging in my content. Right. So I may have never had a conversation with them, but I can see that they're liking my content, my videos. I can definitely see if they comment, and then I can also see if they started following me. So in my opinion, it's not considered a full cold lead, and I'm not doing like cold outbound outreach. It's slightly warm, I guess. They're following my content obviously for a reason. And so I try to do this as much as I can, like reaching out to somebody right here. Again, it can be difficult going back and forth between the platforms. Or if like a video goes viral and you get tons of people on there, it's kind of hard to send that to everybody, but I try to do it when I can. And you'd be surprised. I get a lot of good results from this. And I've just had a lot of good conversations with people from this, and I had a conversation with a couple of people yesterday that went very well and that are continuing to go on. And it was all started just by this simple process right here. So nothing like crazy spectacular. And so this is my last slide here, guys. I'm kind of on a time crunch. I got my son here. But just like the key points of the Facebook group, what I want to point out is like the big one, just building community. For somebody that's brand new, you got to keep that in mind. You're wanting people to join your group because they think they can get something out of it. Maybe they're completely brand new to this. They don't know anything, or maybe they have already kind of gotten their feet wet, but they're just really struggling. And so they're looking for support. And so that is like the whole purpose of building that group, to get that community feel to it and support. Second one there, which is huge, is bringing value. I mean, there's so many ways you can do this. Doing TikTok or Instagram audits with people in their account, like helping them optimize profiles, how to set up emails, how to capture and build an email list, how to start and grow a Facebook group. I mean, there's so many different ways you could do this, showing them how they can use ClickBank or setting up a link tree. Landing page and GetResponse, the list goes on and on and on, guys. Excuse me. Again, this is kind of like an obvious one, but just helping others start and then help them solve maybe some problems or roadblocks that they have going on. Getting personal with people. Again, it's a lot easier to have conversations with people through Facebook, in my opinion, than it is on any other platform. And having real conversations with these people, not I've done TikTok videos over it before where like people bombard my inbox and they immediately go into a pitch and they're trying to send me screenshots of money they made and they're trying to sell me something. And, I've done videos with that of like, this is what not to do, guys. And I end up blocking those kind of people. So it's not doing that, but it's just having real conversations with people, finding out what they're currently doing, where they want to get to, what their goals are, where they're struggling. They're just a mom or dad or somebody just like me, and so I'm just trying to find out more about them and see if I can even help, and if so, how I can help. A big one here again is by having your own group. Now you're kind of being seen as an authority figure, and you're building your brand for people that maybe just came across you on social media and your content videos kept popping up. You may be like miles ahead of where they see themselves and where they're starting. So in their eyes, they see you as, you're kind of branded a little bit, and you've had some success, and you've gotten, out way ahead of where they see themselves right now. And they kind of look at you as an authority figure. So it kind of helps build yourself up there. This one too, like potentially building long-term customers. So if you're promoting handfuls of different offers, or you yourself join different courses, or maybe launch your own courses and products, somebody could join like a low ticket offer, then potentially upgrade to high ticket. And then down the road, if you join something else that just completely transformed your business and scaled you to the next level, you can create content and post about it or go live and talk about that. And if somebody really is a fan of you and you've really helped them out, if they bought from you once or twice already or signed up through you for something, there's a chance that they can and will do it again, especially if they know that you're going to be there supporting them through that. Building an email list, you can optimize this. I'm not going to go into detail on it, and I plan to do a live at some point, but you can use Zapier and connect to Facebook. So when somebody answers the questions, it kind of puts it on an Excel spreadsheet, and then that connects and just adds the email to your GetResponse. So essentially, when somebody's putting their email in and answering the questions to get in my Facebook group, it's still going onto an email list, right? And that's why I asked the question, can you provide your best email so I can send you notifications and stuff? So they're aware that they're probably getting added to an email list and they're going to be receiving stuff. And then the last one here is people also, keep in mind, they're joining the group because they want to see that you yourself can help them or how you can help them. Okay. And again, there's different ways you can do that. You can help them through the lives that you do. You can help them through answering questions when they comment or post. You can help them potentially through a course or program that you're a part of that you promote. There's various ways that you can help somebody. It could even just be a one-on-one conversation where they're in the group and they end up messaging you and they ask for some advice or suggestions on something, and you kind of point them in the right direction. So people, most of the time, people aren't just going to join your group for fun, right? Especially with what we're doing here. They're joining your group because they're wanting to get something out of it. So they're wanting to see like what do you have? How can you help them? Or, can you get them to where they want to be? And so that's, guys, that's all I really have with my slides today.
Wow, thank you, Matt, for dropping so much value bomb here. I mean, yeah, this is very, very good stuff. And so, yeah, we are running out of time right now because Matt right now is so successful. His fiance wants him to do some family stuff. So, yeah, let us know, Matt. How can we contact you if we want to take it further? And so, how can you help our audience here?
Yeah. Real quick too, they didn't grant StreamYard access, but I saw somebody asked a question. It just says Facebook user, but it says, should you have guides and documents built up before using? Yeah. No, because you just kind of start. Like I said earlier, when I did that, when I started my Facebook group, I had nothing. I think the only thing I had was my ebook. That was it. And then just over time, I've kind of built stuff up. And, I was going back and looking at somebody's group today, and I saw what they had in their guide section, and it made me feel like, dang, I got a lot of work to do, but part of it as well, like it's a process, just learning. So when I started, I was using OBS. And at the time I don't even know if you can record through OBS, maybe. But I've switched to StreamYard now. So when I do my lives and stuff, StreamYard records. So then I can save it, add it in guide section. I can repurpose. So when I started, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just trying to start and kind of go from there. And then as I've kind of developed, I guess, my strategy and my plan with it and what I aim to do through my Facebook group, that's where I've, kind of set my strategy in place with going live on Fridays and trying to be active in there daily and helping people out. In terms of what you just mentioned, Daniel, if I think Daniel has it, I can put it down.
Let me bring it up. Hold on. Yeah, I did have it. Okay.
Yes. So that right there, guys, it's my Calendly link to just schedule a free Zoom call. There'll be some questions to fill out just so I can find out more about you and where you guys are at and everything like that before we jump on the call. But it's synced to some of my schedule. So there'll be certain time slots that are open where you guys can schedule a call. Currently right now, I have 2 spots left for kind of I guess what I'd call like my scholarship one-on-one coaching. I have 2 spots left. And once these spots are gone, when it reopens or launches again, it's going to be at the regular price, and there's going to be a little more included in the program. But right now, I'm currently working with some people one-on-one, but I do have 2 spots left. I tell people that because I don't want to overdo it. I want to be able to give people the proper time and attention that they need and really help them get going. So if you guys are interested, you can use that link there, schedule a Zoom call with me. Again, it's free. Just hop on, have a conversation, and see kind of where you guys are at and, how I might be able to help you guys out.
Yeah. And also one thing before we end this show, okay, I just want to say something about Matt because I have seen him starting from scratch to get to where he is at right now, okay.
Yeah.
And he's not only learning from Jonathan Montoya, learning from me, but he also spent his money with other mentors, okay.
Yeah.
And he gets results. So I mean, if you guys looking to build your affiliate marketing business correctly and without investing huge amount of money, okay, because Matt has done that for you, reach out to Matt,
Yeah.
message him on Facebook Messenger, and just have the chat.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if you guys want to schedule a call. Or if you're not in my group and you want to join my group, the link's in my profile on my bio, and I have some posts in there talking about kind of the coaching and what it consists of. Although it can be slightly different for certain people just based off your experience with it and where you're at. But one thing, like Daniel just said, you know, I've kind of reinvested in myself multiple times this year, and I've slowly, you know, building up my Google Drive of, you know, documents and resources I've put together and stuff that I'm learning from these masterminds and one-on-one coachings and courses that I'm a part of. So my goal with it is I try to pass along all that stuff to clients that I'm working with one-on-one. Look at that. Perfect timing. There comes the little man.
Hey, little boy is here.
You want to say hi?
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, sorry. My fiance just left, so it's just me and him right now.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, brother. Let's wrap it up.
I appreciate it, Daniel. Again, thanks a lot, man. It's been it's been an awesome past 4 months. I've been learning lots, and you know, I see you post your stuff all the time, and it keeps me. I tell people it's like a double-edged sword. Like, I'm not mad. I see like some of your posts, and it's like motivation for me. Like, I'm super happy and proud of you because you 100% deserve it. But then it in the back of my head, it's just reminding me like I'm not where I want to be and why
I mean, because of you, I can also elevate my game. I also learning from you, brother.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, brother. And also thank you guys for joining us today. If you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to Matt or reach out to myself. And we love to see you guys also being successful in this space. Let's go.
See you guys.
Bye.